Hello, welcome back. Sorry about that, folks. And I do have to be a little quieter because my mother is asleep. For those who don't know, I do use it. Oh, we're doing this already, huh? All right.
What? You're talking, man.
No, not you.
Oh.
Really, Tino? We're doing this?
Why not?
Oh, Dina drawing something.
Huh, okay.
Oh, yeah, hell yeah.
Don't encourage him, Elias.
He's dancing.
He's dancing. All right. Well, anyway. So, how long is this going to take? Sorry, folks. All right. Well, as promised last week, we are going to be doing character breakdowns. Stickman Chicken, ladies and gentlemen. Sticky Chucky. Chimkin. Thank you, Julia. Yes, absolutely. But yeah, today we're going to be doing some character breakdowns. We haven't done in a long time now. So here's how it's going to work today. We are going to be taking a break after every character breakdown for maybe about 2 to 3 minutes, maybe less. Just so that way we can actually do re-uploads later on the YouTube channel like we did the last time that we did it. So with all that being said, we are going to go ahead and get started here. And while we talk about the characters, Tina is going to be drawing them appropriately on model. So
I mean, that's your idea, okay.
And and we'll answer any questions that you guys have, and I think it would be appropriate today. I gotta go back and see who we've already talked about. And we may update it. You know, we may do redos of these because these were a year ago. We've talked about Louie Loon, Anna Lamb, Freddie Fox and the Boogle Boys, Bruno Bronco and Abe Hogsley, and Tommy Turkey. So I think today it would be appropriate to talk about the main Cluck himself, the one and only Chucky Chicken. What do you guys think?
I think he's all right.
Yeah.
He's not a bad dude. So yeah, here we go. Good old Chucky Chicken, the star of the show. What's there to be said about Chucky? He is an optimistic rooster ever since he was a kid. Obviously, he has always wanted to be a movie star. He's wanted to make movies at the world-famous Tough Cluck Studios. And as you all saw in the latest cartoon, Driving Me Loony, the day that he went in for his interview, right off the bat, he was in for a hard time. But Chucky is an amazing little guy. He loves, he's very close with all his friends. He'll stick his neck out for anybody. He is just, he's loyal. He does have a little bit of a devil in him, which I do like. He is not a pushover. Doesn't let anybody, poke fun at him or his friends. And I do have to pause real quick to thank Tamerco for the amazing $20 super chat. Thank you so much, Tamerco. Just showing some support, of course. Gotta give the Toonie hugs, heart. But still, seeing the first episode was so nice. Absolutely looking forward to future episodes. X3. Oh, thank you so much, Tamer. Yes, absolutely. Thank you. And as you saw, Chucky is just a really down-to-earth rooster. A very sweet guy. Oh, my book. Chucky Cheeses. Oh, wait. Wrong Chucky. Chucky Chicken. Yay. Although, we actually did do a Chucky Chicken once.
We did.
We did.
I did not do
Five Nights at Chucky's.
You did the background, but I actually did the drawing itself.
Yeah.
So yeah. Fun fact about Chucky, and very, very recently, I actually had the opportunity to share the cartoon, Driving Me Loony, with voice actor, director, producer Eric Stewart.
Oh.
Yeah, who fans know from Pokemon. He was Brock and James, and he was also in Yu-Gi-Oh! As Kaiba. Very prolific voice actor, very, very upstanding guy. He actually gave me a full-blown review. It was actually really funny because he prefaced it saying, okay, do you really want me to give you my thoughts, or do you just want me to say, hey, good job? I mean, I'm okay either way, but if you want my thoughts, I will give you my thoughts. And I said, yeah, go ahead, give me the thoughts. And I think I can share what he said because, it wasn't bad. He actually really, really liked it. And he said, here we go, 3 points. Okay, he says, okay, I will give you my first reactions, and you can do with them as you wish. 1, animation is solid. My one issue, especially with the driver of the trolley, is way too close to Disney. He even looks like Mickey. As someone who had to deal with trademark and copyright issues, it is dangerously close. Obviously, Oswald the Lucky Rabbit is a public domain character, so, I'm not really worried about that. Number 2, story is funny. I think the script could have been tweaked. I liked it, but it didn't laugh out loud, and I think there is room to go there. Okay, that's valid. Number 3, the acting is good. I am a fan of reality-based voice acting and not having to be quote-unquote cartoony all the time. In this show, the main character needs a recognizable voice, something I would know when I got up to grab a drink from the fridge and didn't see on the screen. Right now, it is quote-unquote safe. Bottom line, because you asked, you have the potential to a fun show. The style is good, but quote-unquote similar to other shows. I would push the envelope with the character voices and tweak the script a hair. Nothing dramatic. I am a huge fan of people being creative and doing what they love. I only offer my tough love because you obviously have a ton of talent. Like I said, you may find huge success as is and prove me wrong, but I am being honest from a place of constructive criticism. So, and I said, I thought I did a good job as Chucky, but thank you. He actually gave me a couple of suggestions, like maybe giving him a lateral lisp, like Buddy Hackett did. Buddy Hackett, for those who you don't know, was Scuttle from The Little Mermaid. Only one day left and she hasn't puckered up once, or a crack in his voice, a la Peter Brady, right? He also suggested even the pace in which he speaks, a little more manic maybe, a la Rick Moranis, nerdy but also nervously nice. He says you are close, just very quote-unquote safe. So, people may dig it as is.
Good note.
Yeah, people may dig it as is. I just try to find a character that people would know on the radio and not just when they saw him. SpongeBob is too cartoony a ref, but that is what it needs for recognizability, right? So I just thought it would be kind of fun. Let me know in the chat and in the comments below if you like Chucky's voice the way it is, or if you think I could spice it up a bit. What do you guys think?
Well, you can try and say some lines of Chucky with those notes and let people decide.
I kind of did. I was practicing in the car. I was like, hiya, folks. This is Chucky Chicken. I don't know how I felt about it, though.
Yeah, it does feel a little weird.
Or, and I kind of give him a little bit of a crack anyway, especially when I'm talking to Chelsea, hiya, Chelsea. Oh, Toddley says, don't change it at all.
Well, that's the big decider is the general fan base.
All right, well then, if that's the case, then Chucky will stay the same. No changes there.
So now you're just going too Mickey Mouse.
No, listen, I have made no secret that Chucky's voice is Wayne Allwine doing Mickey without the falsetto. So, that's just part of his personality, and I adore the character, so. But yeah, Chucky Chicken, great guy. Obviously, best friends with Louie Loon. Fun fact: Chucky and Louie were the stars of the first ever Chucky Chicken cartoon, Wake Up Call, all the way back in 2009. Hey, I like the voice crack when it's a love scene. Oh yeah, I do too. And so having them star in Driving Me Loony, I think was very appropriate. 16 years later. Oh my God. 16 years later. They're still making people laugh. And, oh my gosh. Harvey Montes Mancia. Christ, that crack and lisp do not suit Chucky that all. I prefer Mike's natural voice for Chucky. Oh, thank you. I personally love how Chucky looks and sounds. There is room for improvement, and we just barely got introduced to him in the pilot, so we'll learn about him later in the seasons. Thank you, Julia. That's very sweet. That's very sweet. What do you guys think of Chucky?
Brother, I've been working with him for 5 years. I think Chucky is like a... I like him more than Mickey Mouse.
Mm-hmm.
At least like personality wise, he
I do
has
too.
more of a personality.
Mm-hmm. He's got more of a bite, you know.
Yeah. And
I mean, it depends which Mickey Mouse we're talking about.
yeah, true.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Chucky
The
kind
original
of
show from Mickey Mouse.
represents.
Oh,
Because like Chucky kind of represents, like as a character, the artist's journey, which I think is interesting. I think that, you know, if I think he could be pushed a little more, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
But at this moment, since, you know, it was our first ever pilot, we're still kind of figuring it out. Yeah, because you know, we have so much more written, but it's gonna definitely be changed and pushed and, you know, all of that. So I think I like Chucky, but I also think that we haven't fully hit our stride with like how we, like, I don't know, like we're almost there as far as like, oh yeah, how we depict him and like his reactions and like what happens and all of that. But at this point, because we're still figuring the character out a little bit in an actual production sense, like we're not quite, you know what I mean?
I get it. Yeah. What about you, Tino? What do you think about Chucky as a character, and what do you know, your thoughts?
I mean, I'll need to think about that response and.
Okay. Well, we actually do have some awesome comments in the chat here. If you don't mind me taking some of those, and then if you have any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer them about Chucky. Says here, oh, and the stream was paused. Here we go. Super Betty's World. Hey, Chucky Chicken. I have a good question for you. What is your favorite food? He loves cornbread. He is absolutely a corn guy. You know, he's a chicken, so of course he's gonna love corn, right?
Yeah.
Sponge Fox. Excuse me. I think Chucky Chicken sounds fine. Out of curiosity, have you guys done any paper animating, old school paper animating? Yes. Foul Play.
That is that's what I went to school for, actually.
And everything up to Foul Play was actually animated on paper. So if you go back and you watch the older cartoons, Wake Up Call, Chicken Fright, and Foul Play were all animated on paper, scanned into the computer, and then colored digitally. So, which is amazing. Let's see here. Kofi Sapong, I think he's a pretty decent character, but needs more depth. More peck than a bite, says Cat Fox. Harvey Maltese Mancia says, perfect protagonist for the story. Wow. Toddley says, I think Chucky sucks and is an evil demonic chicken who does rituals that what I that what I would say if he was, but he's amazing. Huh. Okay.
What?
Okay. Moving right along. Let's see here. I thought that was going to make you guys laugh, but apparently y'all not listening. It's okay. Adali, he's a precious chicken. There's room for growth.
I'm just confused.
I think he was making a joke. He says, I think Chucky sucks and is an evil demonic chicken who thinks rituals that what I would say if he was, but he's amazing. So, Henchman says, Chucky is a good central character. I see him reacting to the more outrageous personalities around him. Yes, he is definitely more of a Kermit the Frog, I would say. You know, he's just trying to round up these group of crazies. Sorry for the horrible grammar. He's amazing. That was a joke. Okay, thank you. Kimberly, Chucky's not evil. Owen Tunes, oh boy, Chucky.exe is not on my bingo card. It's not on ours either, so don't worry. Do any of the characters have families that they visit, like a mom, dad, etc.? As a matter of fact, Chucky does. He has a mom and a grandma. We've seen them in actually a comic dub, and he does have a dad. Clarence Chicken. So, and we will meet him eventually in the series. So far, the story is that when Chucky was very young, he went to go fight in the Great War, and unfortunately never came home. But his dad
Not the second one, the first one.
Yes, the first one. Oh, that's why Chucky the doll. Okay, that's funny. I get it now. But Chucky's dad, Clarence, is the one who introduced him to movies when he was younger and eventually got him into wanting to make his own movies, got him his first camera when he was young, went to go fight in the war, never came home. But Chucky still holds on to his dreams because of his dad and his encouragement. So, yeah, I think that's, something that we can further dive into as the series goes on. Maybe Clarence will come home. Maybe he's gone. Nobody knows. It depends on my mood ring. So, right.
Yeah.
Owen Tunes, and somehow a lamp, ... is involved.
Yeah.
I got no idea why, but it exists. Watch older episodes of the stream if you want to get
if you're not caught up on the Clarence lore.
Yeah. But yeah, that's Chucky. From a personal point of view for me, I've been working with Chucky for 16 years. He was my tribute to Ub Iwerks, the creator of Oswald the Lucky Rabbit and Mickey Mouse alongside Walt Disney. Harvey Maltese Mancia asks, is Chucky still autistic or I'm misremembering? He is, but we're not gonna make it. We're not gonna throw it in people's face. It's gonna be something that you just kind of realize as the series goes on. I think that's the good way to do it. So yeah, like I was saying, Chucky has been around for a super long time, in my life, at least, half of my life. And I'm very proud of how he's evolved and how he's come. He went from quite literally this little guy on on a drawing page years and years and years ago, to what he is today. And, I'm very proud of him. I think over the years, as he's continued to evolve and people have continued to get attached to him and fall in love with him, and it's just really cool to have a character that's been around for such a long time with me. And I love Chucky Chicken. He is the closest thing that I have to a son. I know that's sad to say, but it is 100% true. And granted, we did attempt to do different designs with him, like this one. I'm not necessarily proud of. We experimented with,
An experiment, all right.
Ooh, brother, ooh.
Ooh, brother, ooh.
But I think when we got to this point here, this is where we really kind of landed on, that's Chucky. Lot to work on, obviously. The comb, the body, the colors, the toes. Cereal mascot ass right there. Oh my god. Jeez. But yeah, we decided to finally give him some clothes and have him dress a little bit better. And as the years went on, he's continued to evolve. And it's been really cool watching him grow, watching him, turn into a pretty awesome character. I think it's, for the longest time, he never really had a personality other than, rip off Mickey Mouse in chicken form. And it sucked. And now as we are, finally approaching his 16th year, God, I'm old. It's really cool to be able to see.
Oh my god, Teenage Chucky.
Teenage Chucky, yeah. It's really cool to finally get to know this character and finally see him become, the boy that everybody loves and adores. And, I'm proud of him. And I think everyone here is proud of him too. At least I'd like to think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me know in the comments down below, and let me know, what's your favorite version of the boy? Because I gotta tell you, we've had a lot of fun working with him, and I like him just the way he is now. I think he's evolved and done very, very well. So, and for those of you who are wondering, no, Chucky will never wear pants. So
He's just not the type.
He's really not. So, good grief, he's naked. Poor Chuck's tail all cracked up. Oh. Yeah, that's funny. The current version of old Chuckles, says Harvey. Chuckles? Someone say Chuckles? Adali Baez says, it reminds me of an old Disney design. Well, yeah, I was really inspired by, classic cartoons of Disney, specifically the black and white era. Initially, Chucky was going to be a silent cartoon. And then somebody said, no, he needs color, he needs a voice, and he needs, an actual story and life and stuff. So it just goes to show, this was not an overnight thing. This took a long time to get to the point that it is today, and I'm very proud. So, what about you guys? Final thoughts before we move on to the next character.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's been a long time coming.
Mm-hmm.
I truly don't have much to add. I've worked with Chucky forever, and
Well, then you should know better than anyone.
Yeah. Which makes it hard to pinpoint what the heck to talk about.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, like I said, go ahead, Tino.
I said what I like.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a bit as this funkiness is missing. So that's for all the rewrites, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it needs to be like a bit more assertive, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just saying.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, folks. Like I said, we're going to take a really short break here, and then when we get back, we'll talk about the next character. So stick around. We'll be right back.